Hey guys, Annie here. I am going to be doing another rim soap today. Um, this one is going to be one I put in my brand new slab mold, and I'm going to slice into it and see if I can get a good rim that way. This is Tatiana's vegan and palm-free recipe. It's coconut oil, shea butter, a lot of castor oil, 15%, plus the rest is olive oil. She had this recipe posted up on the discussion boards because somebody was looking for a palm-free and vegan recipe, which is good for me too because I don't have palm oil and I don't have lard, so it fit the stuff that I have. And what I'm going to do are different shades of pink. I'm going to slide it into the mold too. So I'm going to divvy this up. Now it's just going to be kind of random amounts. Of course, I've got like super random sizes here too. Oops, and I need one more, and that's this little guy. You can't see anything right now. Empty mold's nothing to look at. No reason to keep that there now. Okay. 3 things of soap. Shades of pink here. This pink is my primrose mica. I know it fades, but that's okay because I don't want to do white and gel it because I don't like glycerin rivers. I hate glycerin rivers, actually. I don't like the look of them at all. Like, some people don't like soda ash like intensely, and that's how I feel about the glycerin rivers. So we got some corally shades, pink shades, and I'm going to do the center of this soap, granted if it all works out, with a dahlia and lychee fragrance and shades of turquoise in the middle. I think that'll be a really cool contrast. I love anything in the realm of turquoise combined with anything in the realm of like coral. I just think that's such a pretty color combo. And then if this works out, I'm going to do one more rimmed soap, but also that one involves an impression mat too. That's the one I want to enter, granted if it all works out. So I'm just going to stir my colors in. The batter itself is so much whiter than I'm used to because of the coconut oil. I use all olive oil, and that makes a yellow batter. So this is whiter than I'm used to. Let's mix it up nicely though. I've got my oven on. The lowest temperature is 170. I've actually never used this oven as an oven before. I've used, used the stove part all the time, but I've not used the oven yet. So we're going to slap that bad boy in there for 2 hours. And then Tatiana said, be sure you cut it 6 to 8 hours after, or, no later than that. Because of the butter, it might, or the shea butter, it might be too firm. So it's early enough in the morning where I can do that today. I wanted to do this yesterday, but Tessa didn't fall asleep until like super late in the day. I wasn't trying to stay up till midnight working on this rim. Not a night owl. Okay. We're going to slide into this guy now. I'm just going to do alternating colors, no particular order. I just want it to be combined. I love a Clyde slide. And that's basically you're pouring into a pitcher and then in alternating colors, and then you pour the pitcher into the soap mold. And it makes a pretty cool design, I think. One of my favorite swirls to do. 2 of these pink micas I don't soap with all the time. One of them is technically like it's like a sunset orange coral mica, and the other one is strawberry daiquiri mica. I don't soap with those all the time, so we might get some weird fading. I know this one right here, the primrose, does fade just to a super light pink. Doesn't fade, doesn't more for anything. Okay. Last pour, and then I bust out my spatula. I did my watermelon soap to completion yesterday. It turned out great. Tesla's napping now, and I can cut that when she's awake. So what I'm going to do, get this in the oven, work on all of the things I have to do that I can't really do when she's up. Got a lot to do. And just, again, perpetually behind on all of my chores, I feel like. So after that, I'm going to cut the soap. She can be awake for that, and I'm going to get the video uploaded. So by the time you're watching this, my watermelon video will already be uploaded, because I'm just kind of planning my day out loud. Okay. Whoops, almost all of it. I don't know why I'm using the little spatula, not the big one. Oh well. Alright, last bit. The whole basement down here smells like juicy watermelon from that soap yesterday. Oh my gosh, it smells so good. And it looks like it turned out really awesome as well. I figure if none of my other attempts work out, I will enter that soap in the challenge, but I'm really hoping this works out, because something tells me this is going to look awesome. If it works. Okay. So here's my mold. Let me bam, like that. And then here's my colors. I'm going to kind of just, yeah. Now I will use you big spatula. I'm sure I'm going to be checking on this compulsively, like every 5 minutes, to make sure it's not exploding or anything like that. So I've never put a soap in the oven before. Thank God I got this mold. I didn't think I was going to need this mold for this challenge. I have other soaps I want to make with it, but I've just been so busy. But this is safe for oven process. This liner-free mold I got here. Alright, there's my pretty pink swirls. The lighting in here looks like crap, but we're going to pop this in the oven. I will check on it. Well, I'll turn the oven off in 2 hours. I'm sure I'll check on it every 5 seconds. When I pull it out of the oven, I might show you guys what it looks like, or I might just wait till we cut into it. But either way, I'll see you in the future. Hey guys, back again. It's not quite been a full 6 hours since I popped this into the oven. Been about 15 minutes shy of that. I also did shut my oven about an hour and a half in instead of the full 2, because as you can see, it got kind of textured on top. I think it was getting a little too hot. So I basically just shut the oven off a bit early. Now with this mold, I've got this breakaway silicone 9-bar mold, and oh, I had this all set up and I'm going to screw it up. It's still stuck to the bottom. I have a very thin amount here. I'm going to hopefully detach it from its bottom piece and then maybe have it. I don't know. I should have known it was going to be this small, because I have the recipe Tatiana did. I didn't want an extra bunch of soap, you know, that doesn't have any fragrance in it or anything, but I probably should have done the full thing. So we'll see. I made a little cutter with my just leftover, just extra of my wire cutter. I had leftover wire, and I got some corks, and I did that, which was a lot less complicated than I kind of thought. I'm going to get in here, and then I have, let me scooch this back. I'm going to scooch back. I need to be able to have it press up against me as the resistance. Oh. This is a really weird setup because of the way my mold is. I'm afraid it's going to go crumbling down as I'm screwing with it. So let's give it a shot here. Let's just hurry up and see what happens, huh? Okay, I'm just dragging it. Last bit, last bit. We're so close at the end here. I'm just gonna kinda get this out. Ugh. Who are you? Okay. Let's see exactly what we got here. Okay, so here's a slab. It's actually really flexible. I was nervous. We have what's stuck to the bottom here. This is uneven in a lot of areas, especially this end here. It's all janky because of the way the cutting ended. See like how weird the end is. The rest is pretty okay. It's not perfect. I would ideally cut this top off, use a middle layer, and kind of go from there, but it's not looking like it's going to be that easy. This that's on the bottom of my mold, it's cool looking. The design's pretty. Something tells me though that I'm gonna wait till I have to wait till this is cured more before I can chip it off. But it'll make some cool embeds of some kind. Okay, let me tidy up this nonsense that I had, and let's check this rim out. It's pretty. It's very pretty. When you don't do white in between your swirls, they're not as defined, but I overall like the color scheme, and that's really all that I'm worried about right now. Ooh, excuse me, I cut my chip can to fit the height of this, and now I just want to get a I was going to do that testing for the width, but I feel like I don't have much more here. I'll have to do a little bit off the top to test it out, and then I'm probably just going to have to trim more off the top of my chippy cup. But we're adapting. We're figuring it out. And I'll be cutting off this end if, you know, I actually get the chance to go that far. Ooh, I need to be careful because I cut through my tablecloth. One time, let me get a try. 1 second. The whole reason I have the tablecloth is so I don't get the table all gunky. So, oh shoot. Now my cutter doesn't fit well and Tessa's crying. Just 1 second. Hey guys, I'm back, and I have here my rim from earlier in the tube. I checked the seam after, later, a little bit later on, and it's definitely seemed like a good seam. Here's my soap batter to go in there. I have super fatted it. I did another deep water discount, and I also put my fragrance in. It's a really nice fragrance. It's one that I consider more like a designer perfume style kind of fragrance. I don't think it's a dupe of any kind. At least I wasn't led to believe that in any way. But it smells like it would make a good perfume. And it's kind of fruity and floral, but without smelling like food and without smelling like a grandmother either, if that makes sense. Okay, so I split my batter up here. I'm going to do some kind of a swirly gig again. Really another Clyde slide style. But we're going to do, to contrast with my pinks and oranges, we're doing blues and greens and white here. And blue basically turns like a turquoise color, like a dark turquoise, which I really like. That's what happens when I put it in with the olive oil. And the green is just a nice, pretty green. It smells good. I also have in my little pink individual molds some of the leftover rim for what will inevitably be leftover soap batter from this. Okay. Actually, I got a different spatula. Let's just do this. Oh, getting thick. It's that super duper water discount I did there. I'm probably used to do it in the pot swirl considering how thick we're getting. I don't have time to mess around with the Clyde slide. It's hard to pour into these cylinder molds, if you ask me. Yeah, we're getting thick for sure. So what happens when you take a bunch of the water out of your recipe? You blend it pretty well too. I'm trying really hard to think of a name for this soap. Everything that I'm coming up with, like I want it to be something, because to me, I smell this and I picture being on like a fancy vacation, looking out of like some villa window down at Tropicalness. I don't know, but I'm having a hard time thinking of a name. Alright, for thick, I'm just doing a quick little in the pot swirl here. Here's my blue. Thinking the green and blue is going to contrast nicely with my pink and orange rim. Can you guys tell I have summer on the brain? Just started in March, but ready for July. Alright, that's kind of messy. Okay, well, give it a good stir from underneath, so some of the white gets to the top here. Okay, I stirred that a lot. I know when it gets thick, I tend to stir it in the pot swirl more than a lot of other people would, but I find that if I don't, all the stuff that I dropped into the pot swirls first, and the rest is just like the base color, so we don't want that. Alrighty. Even if that were the case with this, though, this is going to get all the blue and the green, and then my bar molds are going to get the white base. Pouring in a cylinder mold makes such interesting swirl patterns compared to, I could do this exact swirl and put it into like a loaf mold, and it would look completely different because I'm pouring it differently. I just love that. It's kind of reminding me of my earth soap that I made recently. Green, blue, and white swirl. That rice like crazy though. But yeah, I'm very hopeful about this right now. I'm making a close up of that. notes on top. They're going to soften and be a little bit more pastel once they're all, set up and ready to go. Some of these. I'll just pop the rest of this off here. That's because it's fun to have two different kinds, or two different shapes of soap. Or otherwise the same color scheme. I was planning for this to be a big batch like the last one. Just this one right here. Actually, I liked the way this one looked, so I'm gonna skip down to this spot here. Oh, I'm such a mess right now. The whole edges are covered in soap batter, so I'm holding it all awkward. Wait. One of these days, guys, I'm gonna get some sort of lights down here specifically for videos, so until then I apologize if this lighting sucks, because it's definitely like after 9 p.m. No sun at all right now. And we're in a basement. Okay. 3 extras, just like the melon. This means my tubes, that they were different in proportions, actually held the same amount. Some interesting tops with these individual molds here. I just want it to be flat though. It's not happening this time. Okay. Okay. Do a close up of these guys, and then we'll pop these out of the mold tomorrow and see what we've got. These aren't as swirly because they're at the end. This one is. Yep, there it is. Smells delish. Alright guys, I'll see you in the morning. And we'll take a look at these bad boys all cut up. Thank you for watching. Hey guys, I'm back with my rimmed soap. I had some, you can see the light coming up from this window here. It was really glaring. I put some boxes in front of it, so hopefully it's not so bad because I was trying to tape and it was just not working. Here's my rim soap. Here, the rim looks cooler now than I think it did before I rolled it, so that's exciting. But the seam, a little bit of a leak there. I was squishing it in as best as I could. So you do what you can essentially. But here's the rim. It smells amazing. I'm not sure how much I love the colors yet. They're looking a little light. I probably just should have done a solid with my blue, but I still don't hate it. I should get 6 bars out of this log here, so I'm going to get to cutting. Square me up with the camera here. Cut the end off. Look, need a quick tighten on this bad boy. There we go. Ooh, that's quite pretty. I like. Yeah, I'm liking the scent too, more and more as I keep smelling it. It's just smelling amazing. And there's that. Keep cutting. It is a beautiful day in Erie, Pennsylvania today. We're in the 60s. The sun's out. I was outside earlier with my dogs and my baby. My mom stopped by. She was out having a cigarette, and I was just out enjoying the weather with everyone. It's really great. I'm loving it. Ooh. There we go. Pretty cool. Still think I might like that side better. Turning out nice though. And I got my fragrance for my last soap, the one I hope to enter. I got that today, so I'm going to work on the rim for that one after this. Tesla's asleep right now. Had a busy morning too. Look at that. This glare is awful. I really do apologize about that. On that side. I'll tell you what, guys, this design was kind of what I was going for with my earth soap that I did. I do like how my earth soap turned out, but this is more of what I was going for with that, but I like it. I like it for this one. I think the swirls are pretty. I probably should have just done solid blue. I think it would have gone more with what I had in my head, color combo wise. So it doesn't look very turquoise, but I don't care. I still enjoy it. I had a busy morning this morning because the brand of beard products that I manufacture is a part of that beard line. There's also combs and brushes with like the logo engraved in them and stuff, and whoever the guy has who's making those, they put the same barcode on two separate products. So I had well, it's not quite all of them, but 1,300 beard brushes and combs need to be shipped to me so I can re-barcode them correctly. And about 700 showed up today. Break my freaking thing again. Ooh. Alright, let's pause so I can fix this piece of shit. Okay, the wire didn't break, I just didn't have it attached in very well on the knob, so bleh. Fingers crossed that this is good enough. I'm afraid I janked that up a bit, so I'm going to go down the same exact cut that I came up from and hope it doesn't screw it up. Ugh. Oh, not bad. Didn't make any boo-boos on it, really. Not this side, it kind of did. Kinda. I'll smooth that out when it's not so soft. There's that tiny bit where my rim wasn't completely squished together. I couldn't even really see down in that tube. I was like, oh man. But, viewers. Pretty swirls, though. Pretty swirls. I am going to line the bottom of my mold with freezer paper. Excuse me, next time. Just because of how hard that bottom layer was to get off for the rim. Alright. That's good to know for other soaps I'm making that too. Oh, I really like that one. There's cool bits of green. It's really hard to see in this light. There we have it. I actually got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This one I'm going to cut the bottom off of. So we got about 5.5. I'm just going to cut this right down the middle. Actually, if it's a sample, it might as well just stay the way it is. No, I'm going to cut it in half for 2 sample. That's a really big sample. But the bottom is not saleable, so I'm going to chop that in half. Pretty swirlies, though. Really like it. Smells amazing. So delicious. Alright, so here is all of the swirls that I got from these rimmed beauties. I really enjoy the way these turned out. I'm going to get some photos going for you guys, and I'll post this video, and there'll be one more rim soap coming at you this month. I'll do more in the future, but for the challenge I got one more. So thanks for watching, guys. See you in a bit.